Hello and welcome back to the XRP Vault, where we bring you the most up-to-date and exciting XRP news. We're distributing 10,000 XRP. To be eligible, all you have to do is upvote, subscribe, remark XRP is king, and watch the video till the conclusion. The winners will be chosen next month and announced on the channel's community page. In a recent episode of Mad Money, CNBC analyst Jim Cramer projected that all coins like XRP, Cardano, and Dogecoin would fall to zero. Finally, despite plummeting cryptocurrency prices, a well-known TV broadcaster warned investors that it is not too late to liquidate their holdings. Significant cryptocurrencies, according to stock pickers, are still pricey, putting those who own them in a vulnerable situation. The host of CNBC's Mad Money is American television celebrity Jim Cramer. Cramer urged investors to liquidate their Bitcoin holdings before it was too late on December 5th. According to the wealthy, major cryptocurrencies such as Dogecoin, Cardano, ADA, and Ripple may soon fall to zero. When it comes time to exit the market, Cramer, a $150 million net worth American television personality and head of CNBC's Mad Money program, advises investors to sell their crypto assets. The millionaire anticipates a financial collapse in 2023 and a 0% value for digital assets. Because his previous advice was frequently incorrect, many investors projected a market surge in response to his most recent pronouncements. During the most recent episode of Mad Money, the host urged viewers to sell their cryptocurrency as quickly as possible. He hints that the Bitcoin market will not end soon by stating that it is never too late to exit. You can't keep telling yourself it's too late to sell and then beating yourself up over it. In reality, it is never too late to quit a losing position. And if you own these digital assets, you will notice that most digital currencies have suffered significant value losses, with Bitcoin down approximately 65%. Cramer believes that the most speculative cryptocurrencies that may fall to near zero on January 1, 2022 are Ripple, XRP, Dogecoin, Doge, Cardano, ADA, and Polygon Matic. Furthermore, investor interest has dramatically declined. While some businesses are experiencing liquidity issues, erstwhile industry stalwarts like FTX, BlockFi, Three Arrows, Capital, and Celsius have filed bankruptcy. However, the market has experienced previous winters, and various digital currencies, including Bitcoin, have suffered as a result. Then, according to Cramer, the market is constantly being inflated by boosters using significant financial resources. Using Tether, the company that issues USDT as an example, he claims that the entire crypto-supporting industry is still struggling to keep up with everything, not unlike what has happened in the past with subpar stocks. Cramer, according to reports, stated that you cannot blame yourself and argue that it is too late to sell after the dot-com disaster. The truth is that there is always a window of opportunity to get out of a losing investment, and this is what you get if you hold the so-called digital asset. While prices are still considered excessive, investors can always sell cryptocurrencies and enter the market. Cramer claims that, according to Cramer, when the U.S. Federal Reserve tightens monetary policy, speculative assets may fall. Monetary policy is tightening as the central bank tackles rising inflation. When monetary policy is tightened, the central bank boosts interest rates and lowers the money supply. As a result of the Fed's efforts, investors are withdrawing from Bitcoin and other speculative currencies. In 2017, Americans have long held opposing views on cryptocurrencies. He believes Bitcoin will hit $1 million. After 5 years, he changed his mind and referred to it as outlaw money. Cramer rejoins the Bitcoin movement in 2020, citing the 21 million coin maximum supply as a fundamental advantage over fiat currencies in the traditional financial system. When Bitcoin was trading about $17,500, Cramer compared it to gold by the end of 2020 and bought some of the assets. As Bitcoin increases, so does Cramer's backing. He even requested that his salary be paid in Bitcoin rather than fiat by April 2021. However, the current stock market crash has changed his mind, and he is now a skeptic of cryptocurrencies. Many of his predictions about cryptocurrencies proved to be incorrect by September 2021. Because of China's Evergrande debt crisis, he advised investors to sell their assets in order to avoid a stock market crash. Bitcoin's all-time high was around $69,000. He also projected that the Bitcoin and Ethereum depression will end in January 2022, implying that investors should wait 2 months before entering the market. Contrary to this prediction, major cryptocurrencies have continued to plummet in price and are now trading at $17,000 to $1,250, down from $47,000 to $3,700 at the start of the year. Cramer said last week that Jerome Powell, chairman of the Federal Reserve, had stated that investors should not sell their assets out of fear of a recession unless the Fed's ambitious executives who want to raise short-term rates from 5% to 7% are restrained. We must be prepared with 1 foot outside the door. He claimed that U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren stated late last month that Bitcoin needed to be controlled or the economy would be destroyed. She believes that the dangerously unreasonable claims made by failed financial scams over the last 14 years are not an exception for cryptocurrency. In a recent tweet, Ripple's CTO projected that fraud caused by the FTX exchange would reoccur if insufficient preventative measures were put in place to prevent asset managers from gambling with customer assets. Assume, according to Schwartz, that you have billions of money in someone else's account in perpetuity. If there are no provable constraints that make such risks practically difficult to take, then the temptation to speculate with that money is unavoidable. On October 27, Ripple announced its third-quarter market report. It disclosed that their XRP holdings had dropped to less than 50%. For the first time, the company admits explicitly that it is growing more decentralized than its critics claim. He said that just because Ripple owns XRP does not give Ripple jurisdiction over the XRP ledger XRPL. To validate transactions, introduce new features, and keep the network secure. The linked Byzantine consensus is used by the XRP ledger XRPL, which means that each validating node receives 1 vote regardless of how many XRP it owns. Ripple now runs 4 of the 130-plus validator nodes on XRPL. In reality, a centralized entity still owns and governs half of the token supply, or approximately 50 billion XRP. In the third quarter, it released an additional 3 billion XRP held in escrow. Total net revenues for the period declined from $409 million in the second quarter to $310 million, according to information published by Ripple XRP. His continuous sales are exclusively due to his enhanced on-demand liquidity for DL deals. One of the company's core technologies, OTL, enables financial institutions to move money across borders. The deal with Travelex, which will allow OTL Brazil to permit transactions between Brazil and Mexico, serves as an example of the company's expansion. Other OTL agreements include those with the Philippine remittance service provider iRemit in Singapore and the Singapore-based institutional digital payment solutions vendor Phone, which will pay as Ripples globally. The OTL business has grown. It has continued to sell XRP via OTL transactions, and OTL volumes have increased. In addition, Ripple has offered an update on its long-running legal conflict with the Securities and Exchange Commission. When the agency finally released important records and former SEC Division Director Bill Hinman later sought the following steps in his November address, he was victorious. The SEC and Ripple will submit summaries of their responses and await the judge's decision on the motions, he added. The native token for Ripple, on the other hand, is up 4% day-to-day and trading near 50%. As of the